Shalom, shalom, and welcome to our viewers on YouTube. As Chazak Eliyahu and the family here, and I'm here with Etakan to my left on your screen. Then we got Kanok to my left on your screen. We got Mikael to your right on your screen, and we have Yeramiel straight ahead on your screen. As today we are going to be looking into the Testament of Dan. The Testament of Dan. As we continue the Testament of the Patriarchs, we continue our Know Your Tribe series, looking into the Testament of Dan. Dan, the seventh son of, where are we? The seventh son of Jacob. All right, let me get it on. Testament of Dan. All right. Let me get this going. Uh-huh. A copy. All right, just coming up there. Just going to make sure everything is correct on the screen. All right, the Testament of Dan. And we are ready. Etakan, could you read for us, please?
A copy of the words of Dan, which he spoke to his sons at the last of his days, in the 125th year of his life. Assembling his clan, he said, Sons of Dan, hear my words. Give heed to what is uttered by the mouth of your father.
First of all, before we even begin, we need to speak about the tribe of Dan. That many people believe that Dan is condemned and that Dan has no hope of the kingdom. That's what I have heard coming up in Genesis 49. And I think this is where it's coming from. Genesis 49, verse 15. No, let's start at verse 17.
Dan shall be a serpent by the way, an adder in the path, that biteth the horse's heels, so that his rider shall fall backward.
All right. So this is a negative about Dan. Shall be a serpent by the way, an adder in the path that biteth the horse's heels, so that his rider shall fall backward. So this appears, this is a negative take on Dan. We're going to return to that. But let's just go to verse 27, speaking about Benjamin or Benjamin.
Benjamin shall raven as a wolf. In the morning he shall devour the prey, and at night he shall divide the spoil.
He shall divide the spoil. So a negative there also for Benjamin. Let's see about Levi and Shimon, verse 5.
Simeon and Levi are brethren. Instruments of cruelty are in their habitations.
Negative. Continue.
O my soul, come not thou into their secrets, unto their assembly. Mine honor, be not thou united. For in their anger they slew a man, and in their self-will they digged down a wall.
Negative. Continue.
Cursed be their anger, for it was fierce, and their wrath, for it was cruel. I will divide them in Jacob and scatter them in Yasharah.
Negative. 3 verses of negatives for Shimon and Levi. Yet nobody says anything about condemning them. But let's go to Dan now. We have 3 verses that speak about Dan. We gave you one of the verses. And that was verse 17. Dan shall be a serpent, by the way, and adder in the path that biteth the horse heels, so that his rider shall fall backward. But verse 16, another verse, let's see if it's negative.
Dan shall judge his people as one of the tribes of Yasharal.
There we go. Dan shall judge his people as one of the tribes of Yasharal. That doesn't seem to be negative to me, and that doesn't seem to be condemnation to me. Verse 18 now.
I have awaited for thy salvation.
Not awaited.
I have waited for thy salvation, O Alua.
I have waited for thy salvation. That is positive. Dan has waited for Yahuwah's salvation. That means Dan will receive salvation. Simple. We just showed people where it says negative, negative, negative. And yet still they are tribes of Yasharal. Dan shall judge his people. In the end, Dan will judge his people as one of the tribes of Yasharal. But where it came from, why people have totally written off this tribe, it is because the tribe is not written in the text in the 144,000 in Revelation chapter 7. We have Judah, Reuben, Gad, Asher, Naphtali, Manasseh, Shimon, Levi, Issachar, Zebulun, and Joseph and Benjamin. No, Dan. So that is why people assume that Dan was or will be written off. But we're going to see what the Testament says if they were actually written off. Let's go back to the Testament of the Patriarchs. Verse 2.
Assembling his clan, he said, Sons of Dan, hear my words. Give heed to what is uttered by the mouth of your father. I have made proof in my heart and in my life that truth with honest dealings is good and well-pleasing to Elohim, while falsehood and anger are evil, because they instruct mankind thoroughly in every evil. My children, I confess to you today that in my heart I rejoiced over the death of Joseph, a man who was true and good.
All right. Now, the testament of the patriarchs is the patriarchs, actually, I should have said this. It is the patriarchs giving their testimony of their lives, showing the corruption that is in their lives and the corruption that will pass down to their children if their children do not beware. This is an importance of it. As we have said before, the sins are written in our DNA and are passed down to our children. If our children do not beware, it will snare them. This is one of the reasons it's important to know your tribe. So you know the heritage that you have, to know the things that will tempt you and will potentially destroy you. All right, so let us say to the brothers, at any time you have something, please interject, please. Read through again, please.
I have made proof in my heart and in my life that truth with honest dealings is good and well-pleasing to Elohim, while falsehood and anger are evil, because they instruct mankind thoroughly in every evil.
Falsehood and anger, lying and anger. Continue verse 4.
My children, I confess to you today that in my heart I rejoiced over the death of Joseph, a man who was true and good.
And Joseph all of the brothers here confessing about Yosef being good. And why did they confess? Because when Yosef got them in his trap, so to speak, in the palm of his hand, instead of rendering evil to them, he rendered good to them. And because of that, he heaped coals of fire on his head until up to the very day of their death, they have to be speaking about Yosef. Continue.
I was glad about the sale of Joseph, because Father loved him more than the rest of us.
Mm-hmm.
For the ruach of jealousy and pretentiousness kept saying to me, "You too are his son."
This is the danger of parents showing favoritism to a child. Yeah?
Yes.
Jealousy and pretentiousness kept saying to me, "You too are his son." So it seems as if Jacob loved him so much, he made it so expressly felt to all of the brothers that all of them felt jealousy over Yosef.
Best quote.
Huh?
Get the best quote.
Yeah, he got best of everything, it seemed. It was the pet.
Yeah.
Verse 7.
And one of the ruach of Belial was at work within me, saying, "Take this sword, and with it kill Joseph. Once he is dead, your father will love you."
You see that? You see that angel of iniquity there? Take the sword and kill Joseph. Once he's dead, your father will love you. One of the ruach of Belial. So Satan, the angel of iniquity, is one of the ruach of Belial that is with every man. You see?
Yes.
Just camps around you waiting for an opportunity,
Blinding.
blinding our eyes that we cannot even see. Verse 8.
This is the ruach of anger,
Rock.
ruach of anger, that persuaded me that as a leopard sucks the blood of a kid, so I should suck the blood of Joseph.
Ruach of anger. And this is Dan's problem. Dan's problem was anger. And by the way, many of the people over there in the West, you might be listening to this, many of you are from the tribe of Dan. And you do not know it. Because you're going to see in the Testament here that Dan was prophesied to be among Levi and Judah. When we were sent over in the slave trade, it was Levi, Judah, and Benjamin that were sent over. Dan was also with them, and as we have seen also, Simeon was also with them. A little bit of each was with them. Okay? Verse 9.
But the Elohim of Jacob, our father, did not allow him to fall into my hands, so that I might find him alone. Nor did he permit me to accomplish this Torahless act, lest 2 tribes be lost from Yasharal.
You see, when you're young and zealous, notice that he's an old man. He sees the error of his ways. But when you're young and zealous, that is why you commit all the errors, wickedness. That is why the murder rate is highest among, like in Jamaica, young men I know about 21 and under. These are the killers.
Sounds like he thought about it a lot too.
Yeah. They meditated on it.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Verse 1.
Suck his blood.
And now, my children, I am dying, and I say to you in truth that if you do not guard yourself against the ruach of falsehood and anger, and love truth and forbearance, you will perish.
The rod of anger. Let me just get these things straightened out. Uh-huh. All right. If you do not guard yourself against the ruach of falsehood and anger, and love truth and forbearance, you will perish. So we have truth on one hand, falsehood on the other hand, anger on one hand, and forbearance on the other. Forbearance is what? Self-control. On the other hand. So self-control is what protects you from anger. Continue.
There is blindness in anger, my children, and there is no angry person who can perceive the face of truth.
Read that part again. There is no angry person.
There is no angry person who can perceive the face of truth.
No angry person that can perceive the face of truth. What a statement. So people who are easily angered will not be able to handle truth, to see the face, to perceive the face of truth. They will not be able to get truth, to accept truth, and to walk in truth. Verse 3.
For even if one is his father or mother, he treats them as enemies. If it is a brother, he does not recognize him.
Wow.
If it is a prophet of Yahuwah, he misunderstands. If it is a just man, he is unaware of him. If a friend, he ignores him.
Look how many things. Look how many things anger does. This one thing does this, anger. If one is his father or mother, he treats them as enemies. How many times have you heard family members killing family members? The other day I saw one with a picture where the son was driving a BMW and hit his father off a motorbike. And you would see the motorbike stuck in the front of the BMW. Yeah? Anger. And of course, as usual, over land. If it is a brother, he does not recognize him. He doesn't even call him a brother. He said, no, you're not my brother. You're no brother to me. If it is a prophet of Yahuwah, he misunderstands. So people who are in anger cannot perceive the way of truth.
Yes.
If the word comes, if prophecy comes, they will misunderstand. If it is a just man, he is unaware of him. If he's a friend, he ignores him. I know all of these so well. How many people have been angry with me? I never knew that. I remember when you had people who became Christians. They would still have friends and all of those things. But when you start preaching the way of truth, so many people hate you. Family members despise you as if you were not their family members. Hate you, literally hate you. Until you think that, boy, if you are in somewhere that they find you alone, they might even try to destroy you. Seriously, just because you're speaking Yahuwah's truth. Yeah. That's why it says anger cannot tolerate truth. An angry person cannot perceive truth. And that is also true. Verse 4.
For the ruach of anger ensnares him in the nets of deceit, blinds his eyes, literally, darkens his understanding by means of a lie, and provides him with his own peculiar perspective.
All right, I've been talking too long now. I want these brothers to break this down. One by one. For the ruach of anger ensnares him in the nets of deceit. What does that mean?
That means that...
Hold on. Let me get you on the screen before. Yeah, go ahead.
It means simply that the ruach of anger is a very distracting ruach. if that ruach overcomes you, you won't be able to see clearly.
Mm.
You'll come up with your own perspectives.
Mm-hmm.
Also by it says
Go ahead.
also by it says a net of deception. Meaning
Deceit.
deceit. Meaning that it's a net is hard to get out of. Once you're in it, once you're inside of it, it takes a lot to get out of it. So he's pretty much ensnared, caught in there.
Most likely he's discussing this with others, and the circle of what they talk about is going to make you, it's like self-fulfilling prophecy. What's it called? A echo chamber. There we go. It's like they're in an echo chamber. One will feed on top of the other, and even though it may not be true, everybody will be believing on it because of how their feelings are, and that net of deceit will have them all trapped.
Net of deceit, which means that what he's hearing, what he's perceiving, it is not so. Man, I've seen this happen so many times. People accusing you of certain things. And when you ask them, when did this happen or what, show me or explain to me, they can't tell you.
All the time.
Yeah, they can't tell you. You ever hear some people say that they hate somebody? I said, why do you hate him? I don't know. I just hate him. This is the deceit. To satisfy the anger gives itself the, what they call it now, the fuel. And that fuel is deceit. Anything you take on?
I just say that anger is just like it moves into a state of a strong delusion where you just can't come out, I guess, because you're so blinded.
Talking to that.
And yeah, so you
Talking
just
to the
yeah, oh, so you just end up stuck in a wave of deceit.
All right. Anger. And provides him with its own peculiar perspective. So anger has its own perspective. Why? To satisfy it and justify it in expressing itself. So anger wants an excuse to express itself. So it just just creates a perspective. Yes, man, that boy is not good. He's not good. He's this, or that woman, that girl is this and that. Own perspective in order to justify the anger.
Most feelings want to be justified because you feel them. And so you want to know that what you're feeling is correct. And no one wants to know that what they're feeling might be wrong.
All right. Next verse. Verse 5.
By what means does it ensnare the vision? By hatred in the heart. It gives him a peculiar disposition to envy his brother.
All right. So that's the connection now between hatred and anger. Tell me something on that. Connection between hatred and anger.
Between hatred and anger. Well, to me, anger, especially if it's pointed towards a direction like a person, it grows into hatred. The longer you sit on it, the longer you don't try to resolve it, and you have someone, let's just say two brothers, and one brother has an older toy and the younger brother might have a new toy. The more he sits on it, he thinks about how he deserves that, or he feels like he deserves that new toy, that anger becomes hatred then. It I don't want to say evolve, but it changes into hatred because he's feeding on it and he's feeding. Or it's feeding on him.
It's the same thing as Brother Michael just said. Your hatred for someone gives you a reason or a made up reason to be angry with someone. You want an explanation behind your feeling.
So both of them are interconnected, directly interconnected, hatred and anger. You hate someone, it's going to be easy for you to be angry with them. You're going to automatically be angry with them when you hate them. There's nothing they can do that will please you. Yes?
Yes.
I remember back in Jamaica when we were young, when you had the hatred, people would look at you and they'd look at you and say, watch him, look at him. I hate him like a dose of poison. Yeah. I hate him like a dose of poison. And sometimes you ask, why? No reason. This is it here. This is something that's inside of us, that this wicked, evil part of us. All right, continue. Anger is evil.
Anger is evil, my children, for it becomes the motivation force of the soul itself.
Anger is evil. It becomes the motivation force of the soul itself. So if anger is negative and it becomes the motivation force of the soul itself, the soul is going to be bent on evil.
Yes.
That's why anger has to be, anger must be taken care of, must be obliterated, or else your soul is going to be focused. Look at the force in verse 2. Verse 2, 3 verse 2. That force?
That force has strange effects on the body of the angry man. It dominates his soul and provides the body with a peculiar power so that it can accomplish every toilless act.
All right, tell me something about that.
This explains why the rock of grief is the most dangerous of all, because all of this comes from the rock of grief. You have grief, then you generate anger, which generates hate. And as he said, it gives you the force to commit toilless acts.
Yeah,
It all
go ahead.
also in it, because it speaks of what
Yeah, I know it's very low. I don't know why. I don't know. Yeah, go ahead. Speak.
it also speaks of provides the body with a particular power so that it can accomplish the acts. That it provides you with a reason to say you don't need a reason, an excuse, a really strong excuse that I don't need a reason for why I hate him. I don't need a reason for why I want to kill him. And even though you know, or maybe deep down you may know that this is wrong, it allows you to override it and say, I don't care. This is how I feel, and this is what I want to do.
Well, not dangerous. Check your mic now, Ethical.
Mic check 1 2. Oh,
Too much now. I got it now. I figured it out. Go on now.
mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2.
Let me check over here. Go again.
Mic check 1 2.
Oops, too loud now. I figured it out. Go ahead.
Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2.
Go again.
Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2.
Okay, all right, good. Yeah, it's a dangerous thing like anger. Can you imagine the wrath of Yahuwah?
His anger is righteous.
Yeah,
Ours
righteous.
is not.
Continue. Verse 3.
Anger is evil, my
No,
When the
3
soul
3.
acts.
3 3.
when the soul acts, it justifies whatever is done
since it lacks discernment.
Since it lacks discernment. So, because it lacks discernment, it's going to justify everything that it does. Continue, verse 4.
So when whoever is angry, if he is a powerful person, has triple strength by reason of his anger,
Wow.
first through the power and support of his subordinates, second through his wealth, by which he can win by persuasive acts and triumph in injustice. Third, he has the natural force of his own body, and through it he accomplishes evil.
There's a superhero named Incredible Hulk.
Yep.
His powers were manifest when he got angry.
Yes.
Yep.
So this anger, let me get it. Let me get it on the screen. So this anger gives people more strength than they would normally have. And it says, second, through his wealth, by which he can win by persuasive acts and triumph in injustice. This is why one of the greatest, in some places, one of the greatest drivers of murder is murder for hire. People pay people to kill people.
Yes, sir.
And that is why you have some rich people that that's all they do. Anyone who comes up against them, they get rid of them. Yeah?
Yes.
As soon as you anger them, and you see all those movies like the Godfather movies, when they get mad and start speaking their Italian, you know, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. Verse 5.
But if the angry one is a weak person, his strength is twice that of nature. For anger always supports such a person in their transgression.
What a ruach that is. What a ruach that is. Verse 6.
This ruach always moves with falsehood at the right hand of Satan, in order that such deeds may be done through savagery and deception.
So Satan uses anger. He loves anger. And he says it moves with lies or falsehood. And we know that Satan is the father of lies. At the right hand of Hasatan. And that is why the Most High says in 2 Thessalonians 2 that you receive not the love of the truth that you might be saved. And for this cause, Allah shall send you strong delusion that you believe a lie. So we have to love the truth, or else we will be made to believe a lie. And when we believe a lie, that's right where anger is waiting for us to execute our foolishness. 4:1.
Understand, then, the power of anger, that it is senseless.
As long as you get angry, senseless, no rational, nothing logical, just emotions.
Unless it's righteous anger.
Well, unless it's righteous anger. Yeah. We're talking about the unrighteous anger. Anyway, yeah. Verse 2.
First, it arouses by spoken word. Then by action is given strength to the one who is aroused. By sharp losses, sharp losses, it perturbs his mind, and thus arouses his soul with great anger.
It arouses by spoken word. What does that mean? It arouses by spoken word.
It means something that someone says to you can trigger it.
Yes. Something that someone says easily triggers anger.
Especially if you hate them.
Yeah, especially if you hate them or a seed has been planted Some people are just waiting for something to kick off.
Yes, sir. You don't have to hate them. They can just have hate in them.
Yeah.
And they just looking for a reason. That hate it could become jealousy then. It could become envy. It could become just, I don't like the person because his eyes, his ears, or something like that. Petty. It could become petty
Yeah.
anger too.
Yeah, let's continue.
Yes.
4:3.
When anyone speaks against you, do not be moved to anger. And if anyone praises you as being kind, do not be elated, nor be carried away, neither by pleasure nor by shame.
All right. If anyone praises you as being kind, do not be elated nor be carried away, neither by pleasure or by shame. Why is that? If someone says good about you, you start feeling nice.
Because as much as though you have to be careful of becoming anger and harboring the rock of anger, you have to be careful to not harbor the rock of pride as well.
Hey.
which could cause anger in others.
That's it. Somebody comes and tells you something. You harbor the rock of pride, and guess what happens now? Next time anyone tells you anything less than what that person has told you, pride is going to come in. You're going to get miserable, and anger is going to seize you. You see it? It's all of these things we have to bear in mind. Not to love praises, the praise of men. Continue.
First, it is pleasant to hear, and thus it sharpens the mind to be sensitive to some provocation. And then, when anyone is aroused by anger, it makes him suppose his self-esteem is justified. If you suffer a loss, if you undergo the destruction of anything, do not become alarmed, my children, because this ruach makes one desire what is transitory, in order that he might be made angry over what he is missing.
Materialism. And this is one of the greatest causes of anger in this world. Materialism. We lose material wealth. We lose something. Somebody steals something from us. We cannot find something. We start getting miserable. This is why it says, if you suffer a loss, do not become alarmed. Because this ruach makes one desire what is transitory, in order that he might be made angry over what he is missing. I want you to look at how this ruach is plotting. If you notice what he's explaining, the ruach is actually plotting against us. Just look at it.
It has daughters.
Huh?
It has daughters like in the patriarchs.
Just plotting and scheming and say, I'm going to get you.
This one leads to that one, the other one leads to another one.
Yes. Just saying, okay, I'm going to get you right here. We're going to get him to do this, and we're going to get her to do that. And we're going to get... That's how they get to you. Continue.
If you lose something by your own action or otherwise, do not be sorrowful, for grief arouses anger as well as deceit.
And it is so easy. This is the most, not any time you lose something, you feel like it's the end of the world. You feel like it's the end of the world, and you start getting miserable. When you start looking for the thing, you just get miserable. You're miserable and grumpy. Until you find it, that's when you breathe a sigh of relief. Human being is so complex and so... What a creature.
It's the spiritual world.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
The spiritual world is a subject less thought.
Yes.
And we battle not against flesh, but against spirits, principalities,
And powers.
That's right.
and we don't understand them.
Yes. Because we cannot see what is happening. We just thing. And when we are around people or with people, with our families, etc., we attribute everything and quarrel with our families and everything. If we could know and understand that these are ruach that are behind the scenes, pulling the strings in order to get us to sin. Simple. Instead of start looking on the person who is doing the thing as criticizing the person and angry with the person, we look on the forces that are at work. And when we're reading here, we see that it's the spirit that is plotting against us. Continue.
Anger and falsehood together are a double-edged evil.
And work together. Stop. And do what?
Work together
To
perturb the reason.
So their whole aim is to make sure that we cannot rationally reason. That's why when people commit certain crimes, especially crimes of passion, they are not rational. And the law even has to excuse crimes of passion. If a husband is jealous over his wife and finds a man at home with his wife while he's gone to work, and the husband deals with that man, there are certain places where he will get away. They call it a crime of passion. Yeah?
Yes.
Because
Temporarily insane.
Pardon?
Temporarily insane.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they assume and accept that that person at that time had no sense of reason. It's accepting this here. And work together to perturb the reason. Continue.
And when the soul is continually perturbed, Yahuwah withdraws from it, and Belial rules it.
All right. That's the competition right there. When the soul is continually perturbed, Belial has his way because Yahuwah withdraws himself.
Yes.
And it says it in the book of Wisdom. Wisdom 1. Wisdom chapter 1. Verse 3.
For forward thoughts separate from a lure, and his power, when it is tried, reproves the unwise.
Continue.
For into a malicious soul wisdom shall not enter, nor dwell in the body that is subject unto sin.
Here we go. Verse 5.
For the Ruach HaKadosh of discipline
Will
flee deceit
Remember, anger comes with deceit.
Yes.
Yeah? Continue.
and remove from the thoughts that are without understanding, and will not abide when unrighteousness comes in.
That's it. Rakakadosh of discipline will not abide when unrighteousness comes in.
That's right. Yes.
That's when 5:1 in the Testament, when Yahuwah, 4:7, when the soul is continually perturbed, Yahuwah withdraws from it and Belial rules it. All right, 5:1.
Observe Yahuwah's commandments, then, my children, and keep his Torah. Avoid wrath and hate lying, in order that Yahuwah may dwell among you, and Belial may flee from you.
This is very important. Somebody look at that for me, please. Look at that for me, please. Observe Yahuwah's commandments, then, my children, and keep his Torah. Avoid wrath and hate lying, in order that Yahuwah may dwell among you, and Belial may flee from you.
For then you will be like the trees planted by the rivers of waters,
That bringeth forth fruit in due season. So,
the Ruach won't dwell in a dirty house.
exactly. So let's go to let's go back to it. Avoid wrath and hate lying, in order that Yahuwah may dwell among you, and Belial may flee from you. So when Yahuwah dwells among you, Belial will do what?
Flee.
Flee. Simple. Both of them cannot dwell there together. One or the other. Continue.
Each of you speak truth clearly to his neighbor, and do not fall into pleasure and troublemaking, but be at peace, holding to a lahaim of peace. Thus no conflict will overwhelm you.
I want you to look at this here. Speak truth clearly to his neighbor and do not fall into pleasure and troublemaking. Do not fall into pleasure. Oh, how can Dan tell people not to fall in pleasure? And we live in a world that is full of pleasure, of encouraging people to pleasure. What is wrong with pleasure? Somebody, what is wrong? What is wrong with Dan?
Who
What is
feels
wrong
it?
with pleasure?
Who feels it knows it.
What do you mean?
Speak truly, clearly to him.
He was overwhelmed by it, and he experienced what it caused. So he's warning his children against it.
So my question though is why? What is wrong with pleasure when it comes to righteousness?
You're not denying yourself at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Pleasure is an indulgence of the flesh and
Self.
of self, yep. And so when you are engaged in it, especially for long term, which is where people's addictions come from, that would be a justification between it and denying self. It's harder and harder to deny yourself when you're constantly indulging in the pleasures of the flesh.
All right. Man, wonder if it cut off on Facebook, on YouTube.
It would have been easier.
Um.
Got it. Okay.
All right. So let's go. Yeah. Do it before it's done. He's gonna do. Slide it. Slide it. All right. All right. I'm on a Facebook Live. Read it. Read the next verse, please. Facebook Live, yeah. I mean YouTube Live. Sorry.
2-5.
All right.
No. 2-5-3. 5-3.
5-3.
Throughout all your life, love Yahuwah and one another with a true heart. For I know that in the last days you will defect from Yahuwah.
Put it back on the charger. Yeah.
You will defect from Yahuwah. You will be offended at Levi and revolt against Yehuda, but you will not prevail over them. An angel of Yahuwah guides them both, because by them Yasharal shall stand.
All right.
Wow.
Here is a consistent thing now. The other tribes going against Judah and Levi. And this is a consistent thing that is the patriarchs speak about. Do not go up against Judah and Levi. For I know that in the last days, no, it says, throughout all your life, love Yahuwah and one another with a true heart,
Yes.
which is the greatest commandment, as Yahusha told the rich young man, confirmed with the lawyer, I think. For I know that in the last days you will defect from Yahuwah, you will be offended at Levi and revolt against Yahudah, but you will not prevail over them. An angel of Yahuwah guides them both, because by them Yasharal shall stand. So these two tribes, an angel of Yahuwah guides both of them, so that Yasharal shall stand. So all the other tribes coming up against Judah and Levi, they cannot prevail against them. Verse 5.
Oh, okay. Yes.
To the extent that you abandon Yahuwah, you will live by every evil deed, committing the revolting acts of the Gentiles, chasing after wives of Torahless men, and you are motivated to all wickedness by the ruachoth of deceit among you.
Wow. So because of anger, and anger is a trademark of Dan. Because of anger, then they will be motivated to do all wickedness because the rock of deceit is going to dwell among them. This is why people will have to just seek out righteousness. Because the same goes for all of us. These are principles that we're hearing here. These are spiritual principles. When we look through our carnal eyes, we don't see all of these spiritual activities acting behind us. So when we abandon Yahuwah, then he abandons us. And what is left? The Gentile demons, the devils. As it says in Psalm 96, verse 5, for all the gods or all the Elohim of the Gentiles are idols.
That's right.
But Yahuwah made the heavens, so we'll be left with idols.
Useless.
Continue.
For I read in the book of Hanuk the righteous that your prince is Satan.
Hey, hey, hey. That your prince is, huh?
Satan,
Oh, man. And that?
and that all the Ruach of sexual promiscuity and of arrogance devote attention to the sons of Levi, in the attempt to observe them closely and cause them to commit sin before Yahuwah.
You see? These are how the spirits are set. Sexual promiscuity and arrogance devote attentions to Levi. You see, Levi is the key connector to the Most High. When they lose connection with the Most High, the Spirit said, okay, he's a Levite. Let's get him. Let's destroy him so he never rises again. Sexual promiscuity and of arrogance devote attention to the sons of Levi in the attempt to observe them closely. So they're just studying them, just monitoring. You see all these things are happening behind the scenes?
They are a target.
Eh?
They are a target.
They are a
to the
target.
Kingdom of darkness.
Yes. To observe them closely and cause them to commit sin before Yahuwah.
And keep them in it.
Now, here is the point that I'm telling people that many of you over in the West, you are Danites. You are from the tribe of Dan. Verse 7, because Levi is in the West. 5:7, read it, please.
My sons will draw close to Levi.
Say it again.
My sons will draw close to Levi.
Whose sons?
Dan.
And
Dan's sons will draw close to Levi. 1. Number 2.
Will participate with them in all manner of sins.
All right, so it's not only Dan that's going to be very sinful, Levi as well. Continue.
And with the sons of Yehuda, they will share in greed, like lions snatching what belongs to others.
So Dan is going to nest, and many people asking, so where is Dan today? Dan is scattered all over like the rest of our tribes, but Dan is nested with Levi and Judah. Read verse 8, please.
Accordingly, you will be led off with them into captivity.
Read that again.
Accordingly, you will be led off with them into captivity.
Many of you over in the West, you are from the tribe of Dan. I should say many of us because I'm from the West. Many of us from the West, we are from the tribe of Dan. The tribe that we like to talk about as being condemned forever. You may be from the tribe of Dan. Verse 8. Read it again.
Accordingly, you will be led off with them into captivity. There you will receive all the plagues of Egypt and all the evils of the Gentiles.
All right. It's the same thing that happened to all the tribes who were sent into captivity. So Dan would be in captivity in the West, scattered. And the African Americans like to claim Judah only. Oh, we are from the tribe of Judah. Many of you are Danites. Claiming Judah when you are from the tribe of Dan. Remember, anyone ask that, tell them that we are just a word. told them because we have the word right here before us. Yeah?
Yes.
So does verse 7 mean that
Hold on.
Danites will share the same attributes as the Levites as far as what's the things that the attributes that they have? When
The negative
Yeah,
attribute.
the negative attribute.
Yes.
Okay.
So you won't be able to tell them different.
Okay.
Only Yahuwah knows. Only Yahuwah knows.
They don't necessarily have the attributes. I don't think.
Eh?
I don't think they necessarily have all the attributes. They just need to look out for them. So they.
No, they said he's telling you that they will participate with them in all manner of corruption.
They got them
In,
led into captivity.
Sexual promiscuity,
The
greed.
disobedience.
My sons will draw close to Levi, will participate with them in all manner of sins. And with the sons of Yehuda, they will share in greed, like lions snatching what belongs to others. Verse 8.
Accordingly, we already read that. Therefore, when you turn back to Yahuwah, you will receive mercy, and he will lead you into his kadosh place. Proclaim,
Up. Read again. Therefore,
therefore, when you turn back to Yahuwah, you will receive mercy.
so how people think that done is done.
No. He said,
Yahuwah is merciful. If the Most High is giving Gentiles mercy, what about the children of Dan?
There is hope. There is hope in ya.
There's what?
There is hope in Yahuwah. There is hope in ya. There is hope. Yeah, the Yahuwah.
There is
Yeah,
hope.
boy.
But when that door is closed, you see? That is the thing. There's hope in Yahuwah, but there comes a time when he just closes the door and there's nothing you can do. So that is why the word says we must seek Yahuwah while he can be found.
still may be found.
Call on him while he is near. Yeah, there is hope, but we have to make use of the time of hope. All right. 5:9.
Therefore, when you turn back to Yahuwah, you will receive mercy, and he will lead you into his kadosh place, proclaiming peace to you.
And to his Kaddish place in Zion. Stop saying that Dan is hopeless. In the book of Genesis, it says he will judge his people as one of the tribes of Yasharal. It also says, I will wait. Slide it. I will wait on your salvation. And this is the salvation that Dan is waiting on. Verse 10.
And there shall arise for you from the tribe of Yehuda and the tribe of Levi Yahuwah's salvation. He will make war against Belial. He will grant the vengeance of victory as our goal.
It's Yahusha HaMashiach. Verse 11.
And he shall take from Belial the captives, the souls of the Kadosh ones, and he shall turn the hearts of the disobedient ones to Yahuwah, and grant eternal peace to those who call upon him.
All right. Continue.
And the Kadosh ones shall refresh themselves in Eden. The righteous shall rejoice in the new Jerusalem, which shall be eternally for the glorification of Elohim.
All right. So
And-
these, you have something?
No.
So these brothers here, they knew all of this from way back when. You see it? So when John got this thing in Revelation, it was confirmation of these things. You see, these John, etc., they knew the patriarchs long ago. Because many of the things were spoken from in the book of Hanuk, book of Enoch. So they knew all of these things long ago.
When he says he, then you think he could be meaning Africa.
Huh?
You think he could be saying Africa.
Yeah, Eden is in Africa.
No, I mean saying the continent Africa in
I think
those times.
I think it's speaking about paradise per se. Because Eden is literally paradise. because that's where Adam was, and it describes Adam's abode in Eden as paradise. So I believe that's what it's referring to. Because where is it? And grant eternal and shall refresh themselves in Eden. That is speaking about the place where our people will be gathered. And the paradise in which we will be gathered. Verse 13.
And Jerusalem shall no longer undergo desolation, nor shall Yasharal be led into captivity, because Yahuwah will be in her midst.
Wow.
The Kadosh one of Yasharal will rule over them in humility and poverty.
Read that verse again.
The Kadosh one of Yasharal will rule over them in humility and poverty.
Somebody give me a verse for that. Zephaniah
2.
3. Zephaniah 3:11.
Poor and afflicted.
In that day shalt thou not be ashamed for all thy doings, wherein thou hast transgressed against me. For then I will take away out of the midst of thee them that rejoice in thy pride, and thou shalt no more be haughty because of my holy mountain.
That's humility right there. Continue.
And I will also leave in the midst of thee an afflicted and poor people,
There we go.
and they shall trust in the name of Yahuwah.
You see it? That's poverty and humility. Verse 13.
The remnant of Yasharal shall not do iniquity, nor speak lies, neither shall a deceitful tongue be found in their mouth. For they shall feed and lie down, and none shall make them afraid.
Neither shall a deceitful tongue be found in their mouth. And we just saw deceit attached to anger. So these will not be an angry people. These will be a humble, humble, humble people. Continue. In where we 6:1.
He rule over them in humility and poverty, and he who trusts in him shall reign in truth in the Shamayim. And now fear Yahuwah, my children. Be on guard against Satan and his Ruachoth. Draw near to Elohim and to the angel who intercedes for you, because he is the mediator between Elohim and men for the peace of Yasharal. He shall stand in opposition to the kingdom of the enemy.
Who is this talking about?
Yahushua.
No, man.
Oh my God.
No, man.
Ruach HaKadosh.
No. Read it again, please.
Draw near to Elohim, to the angel who intercedes for you, because he is the mediator between Elohim and men for the peace of Yasharal. He shall stand in opposition to the kingdom of the enemy.
It's very close. Sounds like Yahusha and it sounds like Michael. Sounds like Yahusha and it sounds like Michael. Let's go to Daniel. Where is it? 12:1. Yeah, I think that's 12:1.
And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was, since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book.
So it's it says, to the angel who intercedes for you. Yahusha is not an angel.
Not
Yeah, so it has to be Michael. Michael is there for the peace of Yasharal. That's what he's called to do. He will stand in opposition to the kingdom of the enemy. And that's why in the book of Daniel, Michael stood up. Where is it? Michael stood up for
He will stand up in Revelation, he and his angels.
I think it's
In-
10.
It's in book of Daniel. Let me see. Daniel 10. Verse 13. 13.
But the prince of the kingdom,
No, we start at 12.
then said he unto me, Fear not, Daniel, for from the first day that thou didst set thine heart to understand, and to chasten thyself before thy allure, thy words were heard, and I am come for thy words. But the prince of the kingdom of Persia withstood me 21 days. But lo, Michael, one of the chief princes, came to help me, and I remained there with the king, and I remained there with the kings of Persia.
Now I am come.
Now I am come to make thee understand what shall befall thy people in the latter days, for yet the vision is for many days.
So Michael is a bad man that is there to make sure that everything is straight with the children of Yasharal. He is the Malach in the last days who's going to help us through these last days and to fight for us when the nations come up against us and our people. Let's go back to 6.
Therefore, the enemy is eager to trip up all who call on Yahuwah, because he knows that on the day in which Yasharal trusts, the enemy's kingdom will be brought to an end.
You see, and that is why when even us like we are gathered here, we have powerful ruach that we are fighting against that we cannot see. Powerful ruach that are warring against us that we have to be vigilant. Be sober, be vigilant. Your enemy goes around like a roaring lion seeking whom he may devour. The enemy is eager to trip up all who call on Yahuwah, worse, children of Yasharal. Because he knows that on the day in which Yasharal trusts, the enemy's kingdom will be brought to an end. You see?
Yeah.
So he's trying to make sure that we do not get to that point. To turn us against each other, let us have infighting, let us hate each other, despise each other, all sorts of problems with each other. To make sure that that day we never ever can come together to attain. So you see, as time goes by, it's gonna get harder and harder. It's gonna get hard. They're gonna come with more and more powerhouse devils in order to stop us. Hey. Continue.
This angel of peace will strengthen Yasharal, so that it will not succumb to an evil destiny.
This is Michael. Verse 6.
But in Yasharal's period of Torahlessness, it will be Yahuwah who will not depart from her, and therefore she will seek to do his will, for none of the angels is like him. His name shall be everywhere throughout Yasharal. Keep love, truth, and peace.
So this is speaking about Yahusha Mashiach now. Yahuwah, it will be Yahuwah who will not depart from her, and therefore she will seek to do his will, for none of the angels is like him.
Mhm.
This is Yahusha HaMashiach. And Yahuwah will remain among his people through Yahusha HaMashiach. Verse 9.
What you have heard from your father, pass on to your children, so that the Father of nations may accept you. For he is true and patient, lowly and humble, exemplifying by his actions the Torah of Elohim.
So you see, so that the Father of nations may accept you. There's acceptance for that. We have to keep making this clear. All right? Verse 10.
Forsake all unrighteousness and cling to the righteousness of the Torah of Elohim, and bury me near my fathers.
Mm-hmm.
And when he had said this, he kissed them and slept an eternal sleep. And his sons buried him, and later they carried his bones to be near Abraham, Ishak, and Jacob. Dan prophesied to them, however, that they would go astray from Elohim's Torah, that they would be estranged from their inheritance, from the race of Yasharal, and from the
Patrimony.
patrimony, and that is what occurred.
That is what occurred. But the mercy of the Most High endureth forever.
Yes, sir.
If you go to the book of Ezekiel, what is it, 42? No.
Elder, I wanted to ask you.
Hold on. Go ahead. Now, go ahead.
I wanted to ask you about that because when when Dan was talking to his children and telling them what they was going to do, I wanted to ask you, did he have the Ruach of prophecy on him, or was
All
he
of them.
All of them.
All of the patriarchs.
Oh.
All of them prophesied what would happen to their children.
Yes.
Let me go to all right.
When he was
Ezekiel,
young-
you go ahead.
When he was young, he didn't have that rock though.
Who?
When he was young, he didn't have that rock.
No. No.
After he grew up, accepted his ranks, drew close to Yahweh, then
Yeah.
the Ruach of truth started to manifest through him.
Yes. Where was I again? Oh, Ezekiel 48.
48.
These are the tribes that are going to go into the land. Ezekiel 48, verse 1.
Now these are the names of the tribes, from the north end to the coast of the way of Hethlon, as one goeth to Hamath, Hazarena, the border of Damascus northward, to the coast of Hamath. For these are his sides, east and west, a portion for Dan.
A portion for?
Dan.
So the very first tribe that is allotted a portion is Dan. Out of them all. Not Judah, not Levi, not Benjamin, but Dan. All right, so people, please just understand about Dan. That is one thing I only hope that you get, that you understand. Two things that you understand, that many of us from over there in the West could be the descendants of Dan, number one. And number two, we must understand that Dan is not condemned, that mercy is there for them, and they will also be in the kingdom. All right? They have an inheritance in the kingdom. Okay?
Yes.
Even though they went estranged from the Most High, there is nothing that cannot be accomplished through Yahushua HaMashiach. That is why Shaul said what? I can do all things through HaMashiach who strengthens me. All right? So that is the power. Thank you very much for watching. Any one of you has anything to say before we go?
No, sir.
Maybe a summary.
Yeah, go ahead. You want to summarize it?
Okay, so
Yeah.
in summary, my brothers and sisters, you may be from the tribe of Dan. So look out for the ruach of envy. Look
Anger.
out for the ruach of anger.
Deceit.
Look out for the ruach of deceit
Envy.
and hatred.
Envy.
I said envy.
Okay.
Look out for the ruach of jealousy.
Yes.
And remember the Most High's commandments.
Love your brother.
That will solve everything. Remember the Most High's commandments.
And walk in the likeness of his son.
Yes.
That solves everything.
Yes.
All right? Anyone else? All right. So thank you for being here with us. And I only hope this was edifying unto you as we continue our series, Know Your Tribe. The importance of knowing your tribe. And we have a video on our channel, on our Just the Word Prophecy channel called Know Your Tribe, in which we shared a prophecy showing the importance of knowing your tribe. And that is what sparked this series. And we are now down to the 7th son of Jacob. Yes? Yahuwah willing, we will do the 8th son of Jacob. And yeah, thank you for watching and shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.